Sorry, I was looking at something. Hello, everybody. It is I, Granorite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald with our Gen 3 type challenge of Poison type, our third Poison type team out of 4. Our team, as you can see, this time is going to be Vileplume, Nidoqueen, Venusaur, Dustox, and Bellsprout. Hey, welcome back. Have a nice day. So as we do with this first episode, we are going to read some Pokemon biologies and get our team up to level 7 and then move forward. So we might as well start out with who we have here up front, which is Oddish. As you can see, Oddish's ability is Chlorophyll, so it raises its speed in the sunshine. And it currently knows Absorb. So what do we know about Oddish? Oddish is a medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Oddish is a Pokemon that resembles a blue plant bulb or a root vegetable. It has a round body, beady red eyes, a small mouth, and ovid feet. 5 large green leaves sprout from its head. As demonstrated in the anime, these leaves are prehensile and can be used to scale vertical surfaces and catch light objects. Known by the scientific name Odium wondrus, Oddish lives in grasslands. A nocturnal Pokemon, Oddish buries its sensitive body in the ground during the day to avoid the sun and fool predators. If its leaves are pulled in this state, it will respond by shrieking loudly. It starts to move when its leaves begin absorbing moonlight, which it uses to grow. Oddish will wander up to 1,000 feet or 300 meters during the night to scatter its seeds and find nutrient-rich patch of soil in which to plant itself. The more fertile the earth, the glossier its leaves will be. It is thought that its feet become like tree roots when planted. In Generation 1, Petal Dance was its signature move. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Oddish, Ruby says during the daytime, Oddish buries itself in soil to absorb nutrients from the ground using its entire body. The more fertile the soil, the glossier its leaves become. Sapphire said Oddish searches for fertile, nutrient-rich soil, then plants itself. During the daytime, while it is planted, this Pokemon's feet are thought to change shape and become similar to tree roots. Emerald says this Pokemon grows by absorbing moonlight. During the daytime, it buries itself in the ground, leaving only its leaves exposed to avoid detection by enemies. Fire Red says its scientific name is Odium wondrus. At night, it is said to walk nearly 1,000 feet on its 2 roots. And Leaf Green says during the day, it keeps its face buried in the ground. At night, it wanders around sowing its seeds. So for Oddish, we're looking for special attack and special defense for EVs. So we're going to be looking for Lotads. Has an Asian already come up with a dish that include Oddish in it? Nice. I mean, it's just a radish. It's just a mandrake. We are looking for Lotads and Ralts to level Oddish up on. And this is where we speed up stuff, because who wants to watch us little grass train? Shouldn't take us too long, it looks like, as long as we find the right Pokemon. Alright, and we learned Sweet Scent at level 7. Excellent. Alright, we're going to swap over now to Bellsprout. Bellsprout also has Chlorophyll. You can see raises its speed in the sunshine, and it knows Vine Whip at the moment. And so what do we know about Bellsprout? Bellsprout is also a medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Bellsprout is a plant-based Pokemon with a stem-like brown body. There is a single green leaf on each side of its body, and has a yellow bell-shaped head with what appears to be pink lips at the end of its and beady black eyes. It is capable of spitting corrosive acid from its mouth. Its stem is long, thin, and very flexible, making it capable of swerving rapidly to avoid many attacks or moving with blinding speed to capture prey. Its roots resemble feet, and it uses them as such. Bellsprout will plant its roots in the ground to replenish water, but it is unable to flee while it is rooted. Bellsprout prefers hot and humid places, thus it lives in temperate forests and jungles. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, Bellsprout is known to sleep while planting its roots deep in the ground. Because Bellsprout feels so safe while sleeping, it tends to forget that it may need to run from danger. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Bellsprout, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Bellsprout's thin and flexible body lets it bend and sway to avoid any attack, however strong it may be. From its mouth, this Pokemon spits a corrosive fluid that melts even iron. Fire Red says its bud looks like a human face. Because of the bud, it is rumored to be a type of legendary mandrake plant. And Leaf Green says a carnivorous Pokemon that traps and eats bugs. It appears to use its feet to replenish moisture. And we want speed and attack on Bellsprout. So we're looking for Zigzagoons and Poochyenas. Ah, we learned growth. Very good. One more. Easy peasy. Alright, we're going to do Bulbasaur next. We'll just keep with our grass Pokemon. We have 3 grass poison types on this team. As you can see, Bulbasaur has Overgrow as its ability, so it ups grass move in a pinch, and it currently knows Tackle and Growl. So what do we know about Bulbasaur? It is also a medium-slow leveling rate Pokemon. Bulbasaur is a small quadrupedal amphibian Pokemon that has blue-green skin with darker patches. It has red eyes with white pupils, pointed ear-like structures on top of its head, and a short, blunt snout with a wide mouth. A pair of small pointed teeth are visible in the upper jaw when its mouth is open. Each of its thick legs end with 3 sharp claws. On Bulbasaur's back is a green plant bulb that conceals 2 slender tentacle-like vines, which is grown from the seed planted there at birth. The bulb also provides it with energy through photosynthesis, as well as from the nutrient-rich seeds contained within. First partner Pokemon are raised by breeders to be distributed to new trainers. Having been raised by humans from birth, Bulbasaur is regarded as both a rare and well-behaved Pokemon. It is known to be extremely loyal, even after long-term abandonment. Bulbasaur have demonstrated a nurturing instinct towards younger, weaker Pokemon. One individual even using its vines to pick up crying Pokemon, gently rocking it back and forth through the air while singing a lullaby. Its vines are long and strong enough to allow Bulbasaur to grab branches of trees and pull itself up to reach berries. Bulbasaur can survive for days without even eating a single morsel. As mentioned in Sleep Style decks, Bulbasaur is known to sleep in sunny spots. Goated Pokemon. That it is found in grasslands and forests throughout the Kanto region. However, due to Bulbasaur's status as a first partner Pokemon, it is hard to come by in the wild and generally found under the ownership of a trainer. It has been recently seen living in the terrarium of Blueberry Academy. A Bulbasaur's bulb will flash blue when it was ready to evolve. If it does not want to evolve, it struggles to resist the transformation. Many Bulbasaur gather every year in a hidden garden in Kanto to evolve into Ivysaur, led in a ceremony led by a Venusaur. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Bulbasaur can be seen napping in bright sunlight. There is a seed on its back. By soaking up the sun's rays, the seed grows progressively larger. Fire Red says there is a plant seed on its back right from the day this Pokemon is born. The seed slowly grows larger. And Leaf Green says a strange seed was planted on its back at birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. They're so well behaved that there are no wild ones left. That's right, just like cats. No. Bulbasaur wants HP, special attack, special defense. So we're looking for Wurmples, Lotads, and Ralts. Come on, Bulbasaur. And we learned a Leech Seed. Alright, next we have Nidoran, the female Nidoran. As you can see, Nidoran knows Poison Point as its ability, and it currently knows Scratch and Growl. And so what do we know about the female Nidoran? It is also a medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Nidoran is a small quadrupedal mammalian Pokemon. It has a large spiny ears, oversized front teeth, red eyes, and a pair of whiskers on each cheek. It is light blue with several darker blue spots. There are 2 white claws on each of its paws. Its back is covered with small toxic spines, and it has a small horn. This Pokemon secretes the poisons, secreted by the spines and horn are extremely potent, and even a scratch from its horn or a drop of poison from its barbs can be deadly. However, this docile Pokemon only uses its poison when it feels threatened. Female Nidoran is more sensitive to smell than the male Nidoran. It can use its whiskers to check the wind while either searching for berries or to avoid predators. Female Nidoran can use its incisor teeth for crushing the berries it forages for. Female Nidoran lives in open spaces, such as savannas and plains, and is a female-only species. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Nidoran has barbs that secrete a powerful poison. They are thought to have developed as protection for the small-bodied Pokemon. When enraged, it releases a horrible toxin from its horn. Fire Red says, though small, it must be treated with caution because of its powerfully toxic barbs. The female has smaller horns. And Leaf Green says, although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has smaller horns. And Emily Sandran, thanks for the follow and welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoyed what you see. And yeah, welcome to just chill, chat, whatever you wish. We are looking for attack and defense on Nidoran. So we're looking for Poochyenas and Seedots. Now, Seedots are pretty rare, so it's probably just going to be Poochyenas. One more Poochiena should do it. We can find one. They do exist somewhere. Poochiena. There it is. All right. And last but not least, we have Wurmple. Wurmple has the Shield Dust ability, which prevents added effects, and it currently knows Tackle, String Shot, and Poison Sting. So what do we know about Wurmple? 3 out of 5 grass types. Yeah, I know, Dazzy. That was the roll. At least we didn't get 4 out of 4, because we could have had Roselia on this team too. That was also left. So Wurmple is a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Wurmple is a small caterpillar-like Pokemon. Its body is mainly red with a cream underside and face. It has large yellow eyes with dark pupils. It has 1 sharp yellow stinger on its head and 2 of them on its rear. It has tall, erect red spine behind its forehead and a similar smaller spine behind that. It has small spikes running down the top portions of its body and 5 pairs of stubby white limbs. Wurmple has suction pads at the tips of its feet, which allow it to cling to grass or tree branches without slipping. It can spit white silk that turns gooey when exposed to the air. To defend itself, it can release poison from its tail spikes, which can weaken foes. Wurmple's diet consists of leaves and sap, the latter of which it gets by pulling bark off trees. Wurmple are abundant and live in forests. It is unknown why Wurmple evolves into either Silcoon or Cascoon, and not even Wurmple's appearance gives a hint to which species it will evolve into. Tailo, Swellow, and Starly are natural predators of Wurmple. Okay, so just so you know, when I caught this Wurmple, I saved and then I leveled it up to 7 to make sure it was going to evolve into a Cascoon, which is how I know that this one will. It's all based on a set of values within its personality on what it evolves into. So in order to keep us from getting the wrong one, I did check. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Wurmple, Ruby says, using the spikes on its rear end, Wurmple peels the bark off trees and feeds on the sap that oozes out. This Pokemon's feet are tipped with suction pads that allow it to cling to the grass without slipping. That's fair enough, to be honest. I mean, yeah. We don't want to be, like, sitting here working through Wurmples to make sure we get one in the right stats, whatever. So Wurmple, it says in Sapphire, Wurmple is targeted by Swellows as prey. This Pokemon will try to resist by pointing the spikes on its rear at the attacking predator. It will weaken the foe by leaking poison from the spikes. Emerald says it sticks to tree branches and each leaves. The thread it spits from its mouth, which becomes gooey when it touches the air, slows the movement of its foes. Fire Red and Leaf Green says it lives amidst tall grass and forest. When attacked, it resists by pointing its venomous spike at the foe. Alright, and we want defense and special defense on Wurmple. So Lotads and C-Dots. Get us to level 7. No, let us go, Zigzagoon. Again, I highly doubt we run into a C-Dot, but really it's just the Lotads that we want. Go away, Poochyena. There we go. Now remember, I don't fully direct our EV training, but I do enough of it that we get the stats that we want. Well, there's a Ralts. That would have been nice in some of our grass pokes. One more. All the Ralts showing up now. Those sneaky little aliens. No, go away, Zigzagoon. One more Lotad. Come on, game. Thank you. And get on with my life. Why? Oh my gosh, Wurmple's evolving. We got our Cascoon. Sorry, I'm just updating the stream name. Haha, Cascoon learned Harden. Oh my goodness, what do we know about Cascoon? It now has Shed Skin as its ability. So Cascoon is a round cocoon-like Pokemon. It is covered in purple silk, except for 2 holes where red eyes are visible. The soft silk hardens into a tough cocoon that is able to endure attacks, and Cascoon will not move even when it is attacked. However, it never forgets the pain it endures and seeks revenge upon evolution. It lives in forests, where it hides underneath large leaves and inside gaps of tree branches. Additionally, it camouflages itself by attaching dead leaves to its body. As its cells create energy for evolution, the inside of the cocoon becomes hot. Cracks start to form in its casing when evolution is near. Cascoon's silk is said to be thin yet strong, with a luster and texture superior to the silk from its counterpart, Silcoon. Cascoon silk is used to make high-quality clothing. Oh my god, we got the one we want on the first try! I know. Ruby's Pokedex Infantry says Cascoon makes its protective cocoon by wrapping its body entirely with a fine silk from its mouth. Once the silk goes around its body, it hardens. This Pokemon prepares for its evolution inside the cocoon. Sapphire says if it is attacked, Cascoon remains motionless, however badly it may be hurt. It does so because if it were to move, the body would be weak upon evolution. This Pokemon will also not forget the pain it endured. And Emerald says to avoid detection by enemies, it hides motionless beneath large piles, beneath large leaves, and in the gaps of branches. It is also attaches dead leaves to its body for camouflage. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say its body, which is made of soft silk, hardens over time. When cracks appear, evolution is near. And our team is all up to level 7, which means we're ready to stop this grass training and go on and fight some trainers. Make our way up to Rustboro. Alright, so first trainer's got that Poochyena, which gives attack stats. So we're going to swap up Bellsprout for that fight. Vine Whip. And remember, the reason we get our team up to level 7 before we start going on is that's usually what our starter Pokemon's at this point. So we just make all our Pokemon starter Pokemon and level them up. And that is a quick level up, Bellsprout. Holy moly. We're going to swap Bulbasaur for this next fight. All right, Tackle. We'll Leech Seed it. Might as well. Or it'll evade the attack. Let's Leech Seed it, Bulbasaur. Thank you. Just negate the damage we're going to take. Help it go a little faster. Now back to the tackles. Good dealio. Another Wurmple coming out. I love Leech Seed. Just the ability to slowly slap opponents and heal. I'm definitely, it's one of my favorite tactics of grass Pokemon. All right, this should finish it off. Alright, we're going to use Nidoran in the next fight. Even though I don't really want speed on Nidoran, I'm not sending out Bellsprout against a Tailo. Otherwise, it'll just go once it uses one peck on it. Yeah, me too. Use it with poison powder. Same. We're going to be using a lot of that. So we're going to have 2 Toxics and a poison powder on Pokemon in this team. And Nidoran has Poison Point. There's going to be a lot of poisoning happening to enemy Pokemon in this playthrough. For example, good damage. Oh, we learned Tail Whip. Very nice. Alright, we're going to swap Bellsprout up again. Actually, we're going to swap Oddish up, because I want to get some experience on Oddish too. Don't worry about Cascoon. We'll get Cascoon's experience. I'll get this potion first, and then we'll go up a fighter. Schrader starts with a Zigzagoon. Absorb. You can growl all you want. That will not hurt our absorb damage. Seems like Dad did have the favorite one, huh? Yeah. All right, let's see. We got a Shroomish coming out next. It wouldn't hurt to get a little HP on Cascoon. We also need experience on Cascoon anyways. I mean, honestly, my favorite, like, Gen 1... Like, I liked all 3 of them. Favorite, I probably did choose Charizard more because I love dragons just in general in all fantasy realms. But I definitely did like Bulbasaur too, just because I like grass Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, I also like Blastoise. I'm not giving Blastoise a bad rap. Like, it was really hard for me to choose. Alright, Shroomish is down. Every man ever exists like dragon. Well, I would hope so. Dragons are cool. We're gonna speed through the talk here with Dad and the thing with Wally while Wally goes and catches his Pokemon. Alright, now that that's done hobble blobbing, let's talk to Scott. Alright, and keep moving. This trainer starts out with a Zigzagoon. Perfect for Oddish. Well, it's not perfect, but it'll get us up to even 4 speed EVs. The beginning of the game is littered with Pokemon that give attack and speed EVs. But like, if I took my camera around my room and just showed all the dragon stuff that's in here, this room is just covered with dragons. Good level up, Oddish. C dot. We're going to go to Cascoon. Alright, well, it's going to deal a little damage back to us. It does take a poison, too, so that's nice. So we're going to... You are truly Dragonborn of all time. Just going to string shot it a couple times. Or, well, probably just once. Because it's going to unleash its energy next turn. We'll probably do it twice. Because it may go after us now, and I don't want to just power up its bite even more. Alright, now we're going to focus on taking it down. Now, we will do this episode... Now, even if we get to Rustboro and we're still low level, we are going to do a little grinding at the end of this episode so that we get all our evolutions on screen that will happen prior to the first gym. So we will work with Cascoon until we get Dustox in this level. Swap Bellsprout up. And there is a... somewhere around here. Heart Scale, which we will need a couple of those. I think maybe just one. But we'll get a few. Magikarp. Good job, Bellsprout. Sure, it was really tough. We're going to go ahead and just give an Oran Berry to Bellsprout. Good damage. Down it goes. We didn't even let that person use their full restore. Alright. Let's run back and heal really quick just to get Cascoon back up to full health. And we're going to swap Bulbasaur up to start this next fight. But we'll get Cascoon in against one of the Wurmples just to get a little more experience for it. Well, do I do the Wurmples or do I... Because there's a trainer up ahead that has a Shroomish. We might just wait and do that. We'll just let Bulbasaur take out these Wurmples. Changed my mind. Good job. Alright, we'll leech seed this one. See if we can get some of our health back that we've lost. We get like 1 health back. Ah. All right. Missed. Good job, Bulbasaur. Just a bunch of Wurmples. Just a bunch of Wurmples. We're going to swap Nidoran up for this next fight. There we go. Oh, come on. Almost forgot, Tackle on Emerald has a 5% chance to miss. Yes, it does. Alright, we got through that talking. Tackle is bad. Scratch. Scratch. Good critical hit. Good poison. Scratch. Good level up. Wow. Alright, let's swap Cascoon up for the next fight. If you take a bug Pokemon to school, you'll instantly be popular. All right, poison steam. Well, even though it's not very effective, we can poison these Nicadas, which is what we would like to do. %20 chance to poison, supposedly. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get it. There we go. As I say, like, that's gonna be a majority of our damage, and we just gotta wait for it to happen. Everyone gangster until we meet another poison team trainer. Yeah, and then nobody's poisoning nobody. Alright, we're gonna heal up. Alright, another Nincada coming out. Whoops. Poison Sting. Oh, that was a quick poison. Good deal. That'll help speed things up a lot. Alright, Nincada is down. We're gonna run back and heal. Since we still have 4 more fights. Alright, hopefully we'll still be here in 15 minutes. Should just go ahead and take out this Cascoon. He'll get us a little defense. A lot of defense, actually. And some good experience. We do need to get Cascoon up to level 10 anyways in this episode. There's an item over here. Alright. Let's swap up Bellsprout for this next fight. No, we need to get Oddish up. We'll switch Oddish up. We get Bullet Seed here, which we'll teach Bullet Seed because Bellsprout right now only has 10 Vine Whips, so we might as well also teach a Bullet Seed. We'll also give an Oran Berry to Oddish. Take on this next rich kid. Growl as much as you want. Now, she's probably going to full restore this thing. And there it is. Oh, sorry, he. Let's swap Cascoon up. And then for the double battle, we'll do Cascoon and Nidoran. There we go. Alright, we got a Lotad, followed by a Shroomish. Excellent. Lotad down. Now, I think we actually could poison this Shroomish if we got lucky. Not that I'm really aiming to, I just want to take it out right now. We're speed tied with it. A decent critical hit. Oh, and there's the poison right as it's like about to go down. I guess that takes that last little tick for us, though. All right, double battle. We're going to focus down the Lotad first. Oh, Astonish. Good poison. We're gonna string shot. Slow down that C-Dot just in case it uses Bide. And then we could really plan our attacks out. Okay, so it's using Harden. The last thing we want to do, though, is just give it an ability to do a lot of stuff with Bide. Good poison. But anytime it uses Harden, we'll just keep going. In fact, now I think we can just take it out even if it uses Bide. Which it did. Cascoon levels up to level 10. You all know what that means. Dust Tox. who is trying to learn Confusion, which we'll learn in place of Harden. Alright, so what do we know about Dustox? It has Shield Dust again, so prevents added effects from moves. Dustox is a moth-like Pokemon with 2 pairs of wings. Or with 2 pairs of wings. It has a purple egg-shaped body with a jagged fringe on its rear. Its tattered green wings are wide and flat, forming a disc shape around its body. They have red markings in the form of rings and streaks, a dark green line around the edges, and contain toxic dust. This Pokemon has 2 pairs of red stubby legs and a yellow stylized compound eyes. There's a pair of fuzzy yellow antennae on top of Dustox's head, which are smaller on a female. These antennae are used to seek food. Dustox is nocturnal and is instinctively drawn to light. Swarms are attracted by the bright lights of cities, where they wreak havoc by devouring the leaves off roadside trees. When attacked, Dustox unleashes toxic scales from its wings. These toxins are powerful enough to make even a pro wrestler sick. As a result, people often have a difficult time driving Dustox swarms away from settlements. It lives in forests, fields, and mountains. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Dustox, Ruby says Dustox is instinctively drawn to light. Swarms of this Pokemon are attracted to the bright lights of cities, where they wreak havoc by stripping the leaves off roadside trees for food. Sapphire says when Dustox flaps its wings, a fine dust is scattered all over. This dust is actually a powerful poison that will make even a pro wrestler sick. This Pokemon searches for food using its antenna like radar. Emerald says it is a nocturnal Pokemon that flies from fields to mountains to the attraction of streetlights at night. It looses highly toxic powder from its wings. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say it scatters horribly toxic dust when it senses danger. They tend to gather in the glow of streetlights at night. Alright. And I think we want Oddish to start this last fight just to get an even speed value. That's 2 evolutions in the first episode. We're going to have 2 evolutions in the next episode as well. And then I think 2 evolutions in the episode after that. A lot of evolutions early game. And then a few late game. Magikarp. Oh, I wanted to switch, and I didn't. Oh well, we'll just let Oddish take out these Magikarp. Pick up some berries. We're gonna go pick up this X item. Into the shop. We have a couple things to sell, not a lot, but a few. We can sell all of these Pecha berries. No one on our team can get poisoned. We'll sell the X Defend. And we'll sell these Pokeballs and Great Balls. Heal up. And let's get Cut. And we'll go ahead and teach Cut. To HM's one, of course. All right, well, this is where we're going to end our episode for today and do the grass training up to level 15 off screen to prep for the next gym. And then we will be back tomorrow with more Pokemon. So until then, we'll see you next time. Have a good day, rest of your day, everybody.